Hey guys, my name is JessiMew, and welcome back to the Hard Mode Challenge. In the last episode, our creatures by the shore discovered a brand new little playmate when the bearyenas decided to make their grand escape. I think they're finally starting to realize that they have nowhere left to live on this island. We are slowly pushing them away from every territory that they once called home, so I guess they were kind of looking for a crack in our defense. And unfortunately our water babies are not the strongest. We're actually quite lucky that we had some guards nearby to lend them a hand, and that's why Baron is sticking very, very close today. But now we have a brand new little bearyena baby who seems to be quite attached to Spirit, so hopefully they're going to make good friends in the future. The creatures over here are currently thinking about setting sail. We're going to explore some of these distant islands in our ocean to see if maybe they can find some worms to dig up to help us unlock that platypus beak. Looks like we have a little spot over here so Lucy can use her 2 turns. Oh, wait a second. A leech was eyeing her up instead. Okay, we'll have to be super careful about that. Maybe we'll want to move our water creatures last from here on out. That way they'll still have the opportunity to save themselves from the leeches, and we won't find them bleeding in the ocean, calling the attention of those little piranha fish. But we do have some bunnies down here. It looks like Otter has actually spotted a bunny all the way down on the shore. Alright, I guess that stump is really working out for you. I think she should be able to swipe up the bunny. There we go, and she can bring it back to the little babies, of course, along with Lander, who can take up residence on the stump for now in her absence. That way he can gaze over their territory with his double claws at the ready, and perhaps teach little Firefly and Blazenote, the fire twins, how to hunt around for some little bunnies of their own. It looks like at the moment we really only have tons and tons of roots over here, so we better have our little digging paw twins follow their noses. They're not the fastest, but I think they're just enjoying the journey together, so they don't mind taking the long route to get to their delicious food. They do have a lot to catch up on after all, and it looks like their journey has led them straight into Babbitt and Wesley, who are currently trying their best to find the bearyena's lair, though so far stealthy little Babbitt has had no luck. I'm sure she's not going to be too happy that these creatures are stomping around here either. Though look at all the nests we have out here. Oh, this would be the perfect place for us to start a family. Maybe a little family of warriors, because I think Dandelion is going to start calling out for more troops pretty soon. Unfortunately, it's really just down to him and Zaid. After Lander moved on to be with Otter and her family, they need to find some more able claws to defend the tribe from all of the bearyenas to come, and to defend their berry bushes from all of these bunnies too, the other constant menace of this island. So I wonder if Lander might actually mention to the fire twins, those old soldiers that he used to live with. They would make the perfect warriors. Well, maybe not Blazenote, because unfortunately he's so very slow. So he would have to set himself up very strategically if he wants to help out too. He's more like the lumbering giant of the tribe, I guess. But I'm sure Dandelion will be able to find a use for him. Maybe he could even set himself up on top of this stump. That way he could get a good look around the land. He can follow in Otter's footsteps and let them know of any dangers coming their way. Now I did notice that the bluebird is back in our skies, and it's almost as if it's trying to urge little Willow and Benedict further down the shore. They're still making their way over to the Bluebird Island, so maybe this is a good omen for them. Maybe this means that they will find something more than the leeches. Okay, this is what I was afraid of. We actually haven't explored this area yet, so most likely there are going to be quite a few little dangers waiting in those waves. But as long as we're faster, we should be able to pick them off quite easily, and maybe even try to dig up some worms along the way to help out our cousins on the opposite shores. And this is the perfect opportunity for Nutmeg to teach her new son Taka how to hunt. We'll have to make sure that we breed them again too, because this place is going to go dark pretty soon, and despite all of the bearyena guards that we have roaming around this area, keeping the healing fruits safe and secure, we want to make sure that we have a little baby maybe set up by each and every one of them. That way we're less likely to get surprised. Like poor little Tabby out here who's all alone now. Well, we definitely have to see if she can find her bearyena love. It looks like he might be waiting right by the nest actually. So we'll have her follow him down the shore. I wonder if the bearyenas are trying to help her meet her family. These new little bearyena hybrids are her grandkids after all. So maybe she'll have to pay them a visit. Oh no! And Fortuna, is that your little crabbit friend? Oh, this was the very same one that came up to say hello to her on the day that she was born. That is super sad. Well, she'll go ahead and set those remains to rest as she picks up some more acorns too. She's going to have to see if maybe she can find a new little crabbit friend soon. I think she'll enjoy the crabbits a little bit more than her tribe mates. Luckily, the bunnies haven't been around to steal your berries, so we can go ahead and pick those up. And did a bluebird take something from us out here? It must have been a bunny or something, right? Surely all of our babies are okay. You didn't go after Taka, did you? He is hovering awfully close. I wonder if he was hoping to swoop down and steal our bearyena baby, but of course a nutmeg would retaliate. She's not going to let anything harm her family. Now before we move Luna and November up toward Marshy, let's make sure that we pick off this bunny with Raven Eye. She never did really enjoy munching on bunnies, but if it means keeping her baby's berries safe, then she's willing to put up with bunny hunting for now. We'll have Sandwich go ahead and scoop up all of his berries too. Show his son how it's done, as Rosie protects her lone berry bush from that sneaky little critter. Actually, I think November should be able to take this one out for us. There we go. And then that still gives them time to set up on their new throne. So our hunters are doing an excellent job of keeping our food supplies high. And now we should be able to move our water babies closer to the shore without worrying about all of those pesky leeches. Yeah, I think Crash is going to see if maybe he can join Ray and Dreamer. In fact, this would be a pretty good job for any of our babies over here that don't end up inheriting that platypus beak. I'm still not expecting it to happen. I do think it's kind of a long shot that we're going to see it pulled over the cracker jaw and the short snout, but we might as well keep trying, because we do have the food to spare. And as curious as Baron would be of all of the warriors in the north, I think he's a little bit more concerned about making sure that this family is safe. So we'll keep him right over here to maybe nose around for some extra food. But otherwise, we should be all out of turns now, so we should be ready to skip the day again. I think we'll go back to the tree to see if maybe Crystal will be a little bit luckier on this turn. Oh my gosh! Really? Oh, a little gray platypus-beaked baby! I don't think I've seen that color before. So I guess the platypus beak is connected to the horn colors, just like their little fingernails too and their claws. That's quite interesting. So we could make some really unique platypus-beaked babies. Well, I guess that means that we don't even have to worry about digging up all of those worms anymore, now that we've completed another one of our goals. But his siblings can still prepare the shores for this chosen child, the chosen platypus baby. The next name on my list is Sushi. A fittingly silly name for such a silly looking genetic, so welcome to the tribe, little one, and hopefully soon you can lead our tribe out into the ocean. So the end of our journey has officially begun. In fact, with the end drawing near, let's just make sure that we don't have any new dangers to make note of. Oh my goodness, you guys have attracted the attention of yet another bearyena. This time he's eyeing a blaze note, or she rather, because she's carrying a little bearyena baby with her. Very, very interesting. So this is your chance to show your stuff, I guess. especially in front of Dandelion, who has also attracted the attention of some of our friendly bearyenas. It looks like they're all coming to say hello to our guards, or potentially steal their food too. So you better pick up that meat, jump high atop your throne, and then watch as our new generation of guards takes care of our latest threat. So I guess you were right, Babbitt, to nose around this area. You have definitely unearthed the bearyena lair. So why don't you actually scoot on over here to invite the new friendly bearyena to our tribe? That way we can train up yet another bearyena guard to add to our ranks. And I think it's quite clear that Dandelion will happily accept our little fire twins into his ranks. So even though they're young, soon they are going to make excellent warriors. I guess Zaid really doesn't have any trouble with our bearyena guards. It seems like he's making some pretty fast friends with them. So as long as the bearyenas are on our side, he doesn't mind lending them a claw. Now all of the commotion would surely lure Baron in this direction. He's probably a little bit worried after hearing those bearyena snarls, but he's only going to find a tiny little bearyena baby in the grass now. He was a little bit too late to actually get in on the action. And likewise, we better have Otter scoot her way up here too. She's going to be very proud to learn that her twins are making a name for themselves. They're not even technically her twins, but because she's taken care of them since they were born, I think she kind of regards them as her own children. Things are looking up for Pepper too, who now has his final gem, so he should be ready to take the journey over to this island. I'm really excited to see what these guys are going to discover. Hopefully it's not going to be completely empty, because that would be a very big disappointment. I mean, I guess either way, even if there's nothing on this island but a lonely little root, at least we could potentially set up a family here. This seems like a good secluded area to maybe try making another hybrid line. Willow and Benedict both have all of the different bearyena genetics hidden away in their traits, so this could potentially finish off our other goal of having a full bearyena hybrid baby. I think what we'll want to do is just place the bearyena hind legs into Willow's mutation menu, because we did unlock that with the help of Blaze Note. There it is. And then I suppose the normal blood clotting, because we want to make sure that our bearyena babies are healthy too. Benedict, meanwhile, is going to need a little bit of help with his fertility, and then we'll plop the stripes into his other slot, just to see if we can get some interesting patterns on our little hybrids. Kind of like Taka over here, with the gray fur in his mane. And I guess we'll have him settle down by this healing fruit. Surely it was chosen for him after this bluebird's warning. Surely that means that he's meant to stay in this area. That also means that he'll get to witness the birth of his next little sibling, so we'll have this whole family stay close. Grandma Tabby is still making her way slowly down the shore. Not even little bunnies are going to be able to distract her now. And as our collectors scoop up the last of their berries, I think our hunters should be ready to make their final pathways through the grass over on this side of the island. Despite how many bunnies are coming out of the woodwork now, I thought you guys got rid of all of these pesky little critters. Well, our roots are still definitely in the area too, so I guess there's still plenty for Chai and Pebbleheart to return to, if they don't decide to make a little family with our warriors. I suppose then their children could always migrate back to this area. Maybe their family would be like the traveling wanderers of the land, just searching for more roots to claim as their own. But I think now we're just down to poor little Fortuna, who's going to be looking for a brand new Crabbit friend to keep her company, though I'm sure that's probably easier said than done. And I'm not sure if she's quite ready to leave the safety of this island just yet. We'll have Isis kind of open up a pathway for her, listen around, sniff around for any little crabbits. Though it seems as if they may have all gone missing. Yeah, we'll leave Fortuna on the shores, just so she doesn't end up getting picked off by a leech while we're not paying attention. And that's why we left you guys over here too. Though it seems you have a little bunny visitor of your own. So maybe Lucy will stay behind to pick up the meat, while she sends her daughter Dreamer and her friend Ray off to those distant islands, setting up a pathway for little Sushi, if they can find a good way to cross. And I think if they light up this side of the ocean, that'll give Sushi plenty more opportunities to dig up his worms. There is quite a bit of food out here for a little platypus beak. Oh, and there's food out here for claws and for nimble fingers too. Or cracker jaws even. Yeah, let's bring Crash next to Dreamer, so he should be able to pick that up on the next turn too. Oh, and little Spirit, you can toddle out of the nest to play with your bearyena friend. But otherwise, I think we're all out of turns. So let's see if we have any more luck over here with our hybrids. Hopefully somebody nice and strong to take care of all of those healing fruits. Oh, his pattern is really cool too. It almost looks like a little tuxedo maybe? He actually looks like a tuxedo cat, just with different colors. He has the running leg too, which will make him a little bit faster than some of his siblings. So that makes the next name on my list very fitting for him. Little Zip will make for an excellent guard. And we have so many brand new bunnies popping out of their burrows. So many for us to hunt down now. Blazeno isn't going to be very good at catching them, because he's just a little bit too slow. But I suppose Alander should be able to do the job for us. There we go. Oh no, but who picked up a leech? Oh, it was you, Isis. Good thing your daughter is in the area. We'll scoot her over here into the water, so you can settle down next to her and she can pick the leech off of you. And then you guys can listen around for more little crabbits, though I don't believe I heard any of them spawn. So unless they're marching around the ocean somewhere, we might be out of luck. Now come up here to meet your new little grandkids, Tabby, and maybe even pick off one of those bunnies if it gets close enough. I suppose Nutmeg is going to have to do the hunting for now, because she has lots of babies to feed. Oh my gosh. And I was worried about this. The bunnies are making an absolute feast of all of the berries on this side of the island. Yeah, our hunters are going to have to take care of this before it gets out of control. Well, good thing we have a third new little hunter to help them out. Oh, and he has the green eyes too. He looks really cute. I bet he'll be able to blend in really well with the tall grass. He doesn't have the stripes, but he has some very earthy looking fur. So those bunnies won't even know what's coming. The next name on my list is Cameron. So welcome to the tribe, little one. After watching your sisters take care of those bunnies, I'm sure you're just as eager to get to work soon. And it won't be a moment too soon either, because those bunnies have stolen each and every last one of your berries. Oh my gosh, they're even attacking us from this side? Okay, Raven Eye, it's time for you to chase the bunnies off again. You know, she's really not the best at hunting the bunnies, but at least she offers an intimidating presence. I think our bearyena might actually be interested in the shores as well. He must be looking for a little fish to scoop up, or maybe he's trying to get Spirit down here to play in the water with him. Sushi could even scoot down next to them too. Follow right behind in the shadow of our friendly bearyena, so we know that he is going to be safe and sound. As Cassius spends his days picking up the berries, now that his mission is complete and the platypus-beaked is ours. Wesley has actually cleared out a pretty good place for a nursery. He's even right in between all of these nests too. And I like how it's situated so close to his stump, so we know that nothing is going to be able to surprise our expectant mothers. And now that Babbitt has this new little bearyena baby to take care of, maybe she would consider starting a family of her own. I think Baron might be a good choice, since he does have that claw, of course, so they would give us some pretty good warrior babies, I think. Maybe even some stealthy warrior babies, so she can continue her mission to find the killer bearyena lair. It's actually been a really long time since we've last seen a killer bearyena, so I wonder if we may have chased all of them out, and now we just have the stragglers, the mother bearyenas with all of their babies, trying desperately to escape before they're all stolen away. But if we have a barren breed with Babbitt, she should be able to settle down in one of these nests, and hopefully her little bearyena baby will follow her. But just in case he doesn't, we'll have Baron stand guard, so nothing is going to steal our bearyena baby away. Likewise, I suppose Firefly and Blazenote could get to know him too. He would probably feel pretty comfortable around them since they do have so many bearyena genetics. And now, last but not least, let's cross our fingers for a little bit of luck on Bearyena Island. We'll have a Benedict breed with Willow, and then she can set up a nest right here in the middle of all of this tall grass. Oh my gosh, there was actually a nest over here anyway? Well, I guess we might as well use this one then. This is clearly the one that the bluebird intended for us to use. And with that, we'll go ahead and skip the day and see if maybe we'll have some brand new genetics. Oh my goodness. The only thing he's missing is the bearyena snout, but there are those bearyena ears. And he even has the mask too. I guess he does because he has those tiny little tufts of fur at the very tip of his bearyena ears. Oh my gosh, he is so adorable. Even his little feet have those tan socks. So that's it. We have officially unlocked every last one of these bearyena genetics, which means that we've completed yet another one of our goals. So the next name on my list is Glory, which I feel like is pretty fitting for such an important baby. So from now on, this tiny little bar of land will be known as the Bearyena Island. Oh, we even have a little crabbit over here, spawning on his shells, of course. So I guess all is not lost for you, little Fortuna. We'll have to make sure that somebody lets you know your crabbit friends are waiting on some distant shore. She would be so excited to meet them. So her story is definitely going to get its happy ending. As will our guardians, now that Grandmother Tabby is here to meet her family right before she passes. Though I'm not sure that this bearyena back here is actually a friendly one. Is this one of our enemies? Alright, coming out to shake things up right before we end out the episode. So at least Sage has the chance to actually protect these fruits before the series is done. Little Sushi can even take his first steps into the water to dig up some of those delicious worms with his big duckbill. So now our creatures can officially set sail for those distant islands. Maybe they would even consider migrating together, going off somewhere brand new to make use of their unique talents. And very fittingly, we have a creature with a unique set of horns born inside our warrior's nest. A stealthy warrior baby with the grand antlers on his head. So the final baby of the Deadly Hills will be named Anthem. Welcome to our tribe, little one, and I'm sure you will do an excellent job keeping all of our families safe. And you know, I think Sade might actually be able to scoot over here and help out Sage by slapping this bearyena from the back. There we go, so your healing fruits are safe once more. A perfect way to end our adventure. I'm really glad that you guys like this series so much. It was a lot of fun to throw our creatures right into the deep end, and I'm looking forward to trying out some more challenges very soon. I have a few in mind already. Maybe one where we try to collect all of the ancient genetics into one tribe. We already know how difficult it is to live in the snowy biomes, so that might even be more difficult than the Deadly Hills. And when the new update comes out, I'd like to try out the Lone Wolf Challenge too, which I think will be fun to play with all of the new features. But until then, let me know if there are any challenges that you guys would be excited to see, and let me know which of our stories in the Deadly Hills you enjoyed the most too. But for now, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Bye guys!